Hello and welcome to Blackout TV. I'm Stanley Starmere here with Haydn co-casting, and we have John on stream. Tonight we have for you an ETF2L Premier Division Week 4 game between Jamais, did I pronounce it right? I hope I did.
I guess so.
And Splendid. Jamais, wow, I'm terrible at French, were previously known as Sweet Harmony, who is an SNSD remake. Haydn, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm hoping the teams start on time because I've got my own official in about 2 hours. Yeah, and I've got warm up in an hour.
Yeah, same. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's Gravel Pit. Everybody loves a bit of Gravel Pit.
Yeah, Gravel Pit is thankfully one of the shorter maps.
It's an enjoyable map as well. I don't know. I feel like a lot of maps get repetitive. I just enjoy playing Gravel Pit a lot.
I feel you're biased as a soldier main because as a medic main it is not enjoyable. The sidelines are too big.
I know, it's just fun. Like, I just jump around and click on the floor every so often. I don't see an issue with playing soldier on this map.
Let's look at the team history, how they're doing so far. Jamais, they've had 2 losses so far. They had a full 6-0 in week 2 versus Stacked on, I think it was Viaduct and Gully Wash, that was week 2. And they managed to take a round of Chess Club. It was a bit of an upset on Steel at the start of the season, but since then they haven't played any matches. Wow, yeah, their scheduling is a bit off. As for Splendid, they caused a surprise upset in week 1. If any of you read some of my somewhat controversial articles, you would have seen that they beat Stacked 6-0 after Stacked trash talked them a bit. They then lost 6-0 to It's All Good and won on a golden cap last week on Upward versus Electric Temptations.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just happened. A lot of information at once.
I don't know. I'm interested to see who wins this game.
Yeah. I don't know, I hope it's going to be close. Like, as John said in his article, Gravel Pit is one of SNSD's signature maps where they've been known to get incredible cap times on this. I remember, like, in my first season of casting, oh gosh, yes, my first ever cast, I think, was SNSD versus Daratutu. It was me and Jake, and we were, like, hyperventilating. Jake, who's actually playing in this match. It's so odd, like, how things sort of circle back to each other, but Jake is the medic for Splendid after the Flood died. But anyway, yeah. And we were freaking out because they got, like, a 3.5 minute cap time on Daratutu.
Oh man, I don't know. I just enjoy this map. It's kind of, I don't know. It can go both ways. Like, you can hold points for stupidly long amounts of time, and then you can get like stupidly fast times. And I know that's true for like a lot of maps. I just feel like it's interesting. Like, if you see like a 3-minute time on this map, you still see it as like a beatable time sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like this map. That's all I have to say. So I have an issue. And that issue is, I can't say words good, so I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce Jamais like this entire time.
Do it like me and just make it sound French.
I just like, I can barely speak English. I'm probably gonna struggle.
Jamais. All right. Did that sound somewhat genuine?
Yeah, it was close
and
enough.
Believable.
That'll do. There's 18 on the server though, so hopefully it'll be starting soon.
Oh yeah, we should probably go over team rosters. Thankfully, people are on the correct team. Do you want to take SNSD?
Sure, you go first.
Okay, right. For Splendid, they have Sui on Soldier, they have Issen on Scout, they have Jake on Medic, Carnifex on Sniper, Zimmer on Engineer, Marty on Heavy, Lali on Devilman, Spirit on Spy, and Ascendery on Pyro.
Just occurred to me, I don't know what class people play.
Yeah.
Are they on their right classes?
SNSD are on their correct classes.
Alright, we have Buttnose on Scout, Permzilla on Pyro, the Sucker on Medic, Josos on Sniper, Oodles,
yes.
Yeah. Oodles on Spy, Linus Craig on Heavy, Kedis on Demo, Zebasai on Soldier, and Fenrir on Engineer.
Ooh, Fenrir. That came out, yeah. Who do you think are players to watch out for, Haydn?
I don't know. I always get distracted, like mid-game. Like, I'll just get engrossed in one person playing and then forget that I'm supposed to cast it. Like, I'll probably just watch the soldiers because I just find that interesting. I like watching spies as well. Just because, like, I don't know, out the snipers, like, there's big sight lines, so that could be interesting, I guess.
Something to watch out for, like, and Jake needs to watch out for it as well himself, is Cadis and Zebasai bombs. Because, like, my team scrimmed them yesterday, and, like, oh man, like, they kept coming at the same time, like, when I thought, like, it was safe. And, of course, they've got, like, amazing DM, so it's just, like, awful for me. I think I surfed away, like, twice, and the rest I just died or had to pop.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if I plan ahead to watch a specific person, I just end up watching the entire game on them rather than actually watching the game. So I'll try not to focus on one specific person.
You should go on the Cadis cam since he always goes for like big plays.
Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just watch Cadis the entire game, and then you can do the rest.
Now, for those of you viewers who aren't sure, this is a week 4 game on Gravel Pit. How this game mode works is it's a stopwatch game mode, and the win conditions are played best out of 3. Ooh, right, fantastic, they've started.
Yeah. Are you going to continue explaining, or are we just going to get into the game?
Sorry, yes. But yeah, anyway, what happens is Team A, which is SNSD, at this point, sorry, Fenrir put a bind in chat, something that I said, because he's a retard. But Team A sets the capture time, and Team B has to beat it, and then for the second round, it switches over. And for the third decider round, if each team wins the round, then the team which captures it initially the fastest, gets to pick which team they want first. It sounds a bit complicated, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Right, so we have SNSD on blue, and we have Splendid on...
Are we just calling them SNSD? Is that what's going to work?
Yeah, it's just a lot easier.
Yeah, fair enough. SNSD, it looks like Butnose, and it looks primarily that SNSD are just going to be going for that A point. A is kind of given up quite early. Droso and the enemy sniper having a little bit of a like a little snipe off. Demo bomb in, not going to be able to get anything, so Cadis is going to be going down. Droso going down as well. And I've got a couple of players, Scout and Engineer, onto A, just to get that capped off pretty quickly, and then they'll start making some sort of coordinated push onto B.
Yeah, Splendid are sort of gathered around the sentry at the moment. Zimmer has the sentry quite far back on the map. He's got a teleporter leading up to roof for his team, and you can see that Sui is up there. Pins the damage on. Ooh, nice stab there by Spirit. Takes out Linus. Although I think I hear Udo somewhere close. I did definitely hear some cloaking.
Yeah, Udo's dead. Udo got taken out somewhere along that. The Uber is actually forced out of Jake though, and that's going to be just a little bit of a disadvantage for Splendid right now, and that means that 100% advantage is in favour of SNSD, and they can start making their push anywhere they particularly want. It looks like they're going to be starting to go over to B now. They're getting their respawners coming in, and that just means they can walk in with that Uber advantage, take down the sentry, and get some cap time on.
Oh, they've got a sniper advantage as well, because this map has huge sniper sightlines, and Droso managed to take him out. Oh, looks like Cadis has jumped out to rock. They're going for a push through long. They had to force very quickly. Very good work by Sui there, forcing the Uber early, and now the pressuring essentially. Zimmer there is wrangling up. However, they did kill a lot of people. Ascendary there going down. However, Lali coming in behind takes out the sucker. No heals at the moment for SNSD, and they have to retreat because they're 4 down.
Yeah, that was really an unfortunate push. I mean, it just looked like Splendid kept walking backwards, and that just saved them from being destroyed. The sentry does actually go down, though. That might be a little bit of time being put onto the point. I mean, they're getting their respawners coming in, so I think maybe they'll be able to go for it. Udo's taking down the enemy spy Spirit, and now he's going to be focusing onto the medic. Hopefully, Jake isn't going to be able to get any souls out of this, and there we go. Permzilla comes in to clean up with the shotgun. It's a really nice play, big advantage in the favour of SNSD, and now that all they need to do is get onto the point, maybe start making their way towards C if they'd like to, but I don't really see it being that beneficial to them right now.
Yeah, it was very well played by SNSD to sneak in Droso behind Rock then. He's just sort of cleaned up and took out the rest of the team just when you thought that Splendid had it. It's very well played, and they should be again at this point capped off very quickly. This is going to be a very fast capture time here. The sucker's got about a 50% Uber advantage right now.
Yeah, and Droso taking down Zimmer right there, so that means a lack of a sentry on last if SNSD wanted to push straight away, and it might be likely that they will. Zebasai's already going to be bombing in for the point. There's a level 1 on the left-hand side of the point, but the sucker has that 100%. Zebasai is bombing in for the medic. Droso taking down Carnifex. So that's sniper advantage again, and that Uber did actually come out quite early. Nothing really came out of it too much apart from a bit of ground advantage, so they're making their way on to last, and there's 4 players up for Splendid, 3 now. And this should be GG. Like, they should be able to get up to it. The respawn times are quite long at the moment.
Yeah, they actually managed to take out Jake with that Uber. They had to pop early because Lolly had some stickies out in one. But Jesus Christ, a 3-minute capture time. That's insane. Also, Linus with the Tomislav, I'm not quite sure what to make of it. Like, at first I thought it was a bit gimmicky, but it seems to be working out for him. Because he does have to...
I saw it as they were coming out of spawn, and I don't know, it just seems odd. Maybe. Like, I considered it to be a bad choice, but apparently it's working out quite well for them. 3 minutes 7 time, I'd be impressed.
Yeah. I suppose it's because the heavy has a lot like further, has to walk like super duper fast because the sightlines are like so massive on this map. He has to like travel all the way up that tower. And
yeah, definitely the key players are the snipers. Like they just have so much room to work with, like no matter what.
Yeah, I think actually Carnifex is getting out sniped, which is like a bit of an upset because he's like a really fantastic sniper. And Drozo, like. Don't get me wrong, he's an established scout. I just didn't think he was this great at Highlander sniper, but he certainly proved me wrong. Yeah.
Jake's going to be running the Kritzkrieg. I'd be interested on this. Doesn't have it just yet, but I think they switched like mid-setup time, so this could be interesting. Heavy, sniper, medic, and demo pushing towards B straight away. Bit of cap time onto A, so I mean, this Kritzkrieg could be crucial for them to win, but if they don't get anything out of it, that could also be game-changing as well.
Yeah, and at the moment, Drozo there taking out Sui when Sui was trying to pressure through long. What they need to do optimally is they need to force the Stucker. Because if they get an early call for crits, and the crits has a very long way to go if you look at the distance from like the point to the exits, like that's going to get called out pretty quickly. SNSD like aren't retarded. So that crits could will be ineffective if they don't, you know, drop the Stucker or force him.
Yeah. They're taking a while as well, which could also be kind of a bad thing. I mean, Spirit is going to be coming up behind now, looking for some sort of pick.
Yeah. Oh, Jake dropped to a spy. Jake dropped to Udo's. It was only Kritzkrieg, so it doesn't matter that much, but they did spend an entire minute navigating their way to B, and now 1 minute 50 is left on the clock. The Stucker has a full Uber advantage right now. Marty's isolated out by C. He might get picked off right now, though they are doing a good job spawn trapping C. Like the C spawn, it's just that no one from SNSD has actually died.
Yeah, definitely, and I'd say that Kritzkrieg is pretty much the end of the game right there. Unless they get some cap onto second and some sneaky back cap onto last, I doubt it's going to be happening. They spent so long just working on that Kritzkrieg, planning it out, and then they just was caught out by that backstab. So really nice backstab, pretty much game saving right there. Minute 16 left on the clock, and there's only just a bit of cap time on to B. Sentry's still alive, and I don't see this happening.
Yeah, Zimmer's on the point right now. He's left the level 3 out and long. He's there with Issen right now, but it's forced Cadis to get onto the point. Oh man, Cadis takes out Zimmer. Linus there coming up to clean out Issen. Let's see where the combo is. Nope, the combo there getting shut down. Lali there getting taken out by Zabasai. It's quite well played by them, and at the moment, Splendid are only 4 up.
Yeah, Lali got some really nice pipes though, as they were dying. Got 2 really solid pipes onto the heavy and onto Cadis, so great work by him. Now it's just kind of waiting for the clock to run down. I mean, the quick fix is coming out from Jake just to see like what they can get done, but I'm pretty sure it's impossible to be able to cap in this time, especially with the Sentry still. Sentry's been pressured quite a lot though. The heavy's in the hut or on the bomb site. The Engineer's gonna be going down. No, Fenrir is still alive. I don't know where he went though. Oh, he's there. He's got his rescue rangers just trying to get back. 18 seconds left on the clock. That's gonna be pretty much GG for this round.
Yeah, it is. I don't know like what Splendid could do. I think maybe a bit more focus on Drozo. He did take them out a few times, and they just got to watch their butts more. Like, we didn't even get to see if the Kritzkrieg panned out because Jake got stabbed by a bicycle spy. Yeah,
definitely. Like, it could have gone well. The Kritzkrieg, if they'd have been able to land like a nice crit sticky, it would have worked very well. But it just didn't happen because of that spy. So I think their defense is a bit lacking. I mean, 3 minutes time is quite a short time as well. So I think that's definitely, they need to work on that maybe and just try get something done with that rather than just allowing a time to be so short. I'm not entirely sure what they could do about that. I mean, it just seemed like they were getting bullied out of places where they didn't really want to be.
Yeah, and now you can see that it's Splendid's turn to set the time. Let's see if they can have some sort of comeback. Zimmer's there in spawn. He's building a level 3 for fence. And as for Fenrir, yep, he is building a very standard place. Sentry gun straddling the shadow and the light of the bee hut.
Yeah, it's an odd thing, like, deciding on where you want to place the sentry, like, on this little platform, like, can kind of change it. The more to the right, you're going to be watching this right-hand area, but you're also more open to spam, like, from players coming through C. If it's further to the left, I mean, that can just get spammed out from the connector as well, so it's something that you can't just place a sentry anywhere and hope it works. It's kind of, there's some sort of thought process behind it.
Yeah, the standard place I've seen it is on the sort of shadow line, so it covers that little mini health pack. Yeah. And it sort of covers that hole. But anyway, you can see that Lali there is coming out of short already. It looks like they're going to go for some sort of B suicide. However, Zebasai and Buttnose shut down the 2 projectile classes from Splendid very, very quickly.
Yeah, really nice work, just kind of denying those suicides. A has ×5 on it right now, so that should be capped momentarily. There is the spy, Oodles, just sat watching it, just kind of to give any kind of information to people who are going there. Just kind of a way of knowing who's going to be actually pressuring onto B. Zebasai's holding quite close, and there's sticky traps all over the B spawn door, and I think Splendid know that? Yeah, they do. But no, the soldier walks out, gets juggled around. That's Swede going to be going down to Zebasai's follow-up rocket. Level 3 just sat in spawn, nowhere that can be really placed right now, and now it's just kind of waiting for some sort of advantage to start pushing off, and Splendid just can't seem to be able to grab one.
Yeah, both medics are still on 100% Uber right now, and let's see where the combo from Splendid are trying to push from. It looks like they're trying to push from C at the moment. You can see that Lali, Marty, and Jake are all standing around number 2. Looks like they want to rotate to 1. Now that Udas is down, no fear of a spy. Spirit there getting spotted out, and Cadus there has some stickies. They gotta watch out for them. They might have to pop early. Oh, Lali there gets dropped, and they pop anyway without Lali. That's so bad. They're not going to be able to get the sentry without a double man. There's not much Marty could do here. They just sort of have to get out. And Jake there getting trapped by Linus there as he body blocks him. Cadus there going down as well, and Drozo, but the sucker manages to survive. However, SNSD are 4 down and could be in trouble.
Yeah, that was a disgustingly good play from Cadus. The way his stickies completely denied that push, managed to force that Uber. Lali went down in that as well. So that was just quality from Cadus right there. So now it's going to be Zimmer who's going to be putting a little bit of pressure onto B. I believe the sentry is still up. So that's just going to be kind of pressuring them off a little bit. But there is a lot of Splendid players coming around onto the left-hand side now. And it's just going to be a lot of pressure onto that point. They're getting completely spammed out, and I don't think the Sucker's going to be able to get out of this. They're on 20 health points. And there we go, that's going to be the follow-up coming in from Marty to take them down. And now that's ×6 onto the B point. It's going to be a decent time. And now they need to start making their way onto C. There's an 8-second respawn time coming in from SNSD, so if they wanted to start pushing now, they could do, but it may be safer to wait it out. And yeah, Jakawati did actually go down in that exchange as well, so that Uber disadvantage is probably going to slow that down. 2 minutes 28 for the 2 capture points. It's not going to be as fast as we saw the first round, but it's definitely doable for quite a short time.
Oh man, Cadus there. Oh, now you can see the sucker climbing up. A Sweet tried to jump for the point that he didn't manage to get anyone, and Sunray Spirit going down as well. At the moment, the sucker has got a bit of a no. He doesn't have an Uber advantage. Jake has a slight Uber advantage. He's building very fast. It makes me. Is that Crits Quick? No, it's Quick Fix. He's gonna build Quick Fix, and he's gonna jump onto C point right now. I've seen it happen before, and it's worked very, very well. So we just gotta have faith. And at the moment, he's coming up to 100%. You can see that Sans walked onto point. Who's that Swede there? Tried to jump onto the point with a pain train. Didn't work. Fenrir, they have the level 2 on the right side, shut him down. And let's see what Jake's gonna try and do here. He probably needs his Devil Man with him.
Yeah, the sentry's just completely messed that up. Lali had to focus onto the spy, and Jakawati didn't even make it to the top of the control point. Being thrown into an Uber demo, and a heavy was forced out of that. Cadus is getting rushed by the scout though, and not going to be able to get any picks. Swede's going to be taking down Cadus shortly after though. Jakawati is still alive out of that exchange, going to be rotating around to main, and there's still players on it. The point is also nearly captured. It's just a pyro and a medic up there, and a scout. Okay, yeah. I miscounted apparently, but that quick fix actually worked. Jumping straight up to the top. But that sentry actually managed to bully them off again as well. So it's really close. They just need to get a little bit more time on it. Linus Craig's going to be getting back up to the top though, and that sentry's still there as well. So now it's just suiciding players in, not being able to grab anything. Jakawati is going to be going down in that exchange. I'll be interested to see what Medigun he picks up. I don't think quick fix would be a wise choice, but it may happen. The scout's going to be rushing up to the top though, so it may not matter. Ison's going to be grabbing that control point. 4 minutes 20 and 5.
Wow, very, very well played by Splendid. That is one of the best pushes I've seen into Gravel Pit Lost in a long time. Just putting that ranked sentry up there and just having your team continually suiciding for the point so that it forces the red team to go up onto the point and into the line of fire. That is amazing. Keeping the sniper by the sentry so he's protected. It was very clever.
Yeah, it looked sloppy, but from what was actually happening, it actually worked quite well. 4 minutes 25, beatable time. It's also a difficult time though. We saw them get 3 minutes last round, so maybe?
Yeah, the average time for Gravel Pit, people should know, is about 6.5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, there's some really fast times coming out, so it's good. It's nice. It's fast-paced. Things are happening. I'm a little bit disappointed on the defense, I guess, though. I just feel like every time on the B defense, both teams have just kind of been overrun massive amounts and not being able to do anything about it, which I guess is the nature of the height advantage. But let's see what happens.
Yeah, anyway. Now, it looks like Cadus there has some stickies by the Beast one right now. Isn't there going down quite early? Not Cadus, Lonnie. My bad. Yep, Zimmer has this gun in standard spot, sheltered a lot behind the house right now. Zubside there trying to make a jump, gets denied by the sentry. Cadus there jumps in, he drops Jake!
This is going to be interesting. The soccer has that 100% advantage, and there are quite a few players left alive. I mean, Jacob is the only one down from Splendid. They just need to wait for their respawners, and then that's probably going to be an easy B push. That Uber disadvantage is going to be definitely a disadvantage, obviously. It's not going to be able to save the B point. I'm going to be interesting. I'm going to be interested to see what happens.
I need to make a shout out because they used Zebasai there as distraction. He jumped from C, everyone focused him, and then when they weren't looking, Cadus sort of jumped and stuck 2 stickies by Jake's feet. It was very, very well timed and planned.
Yeah, definitely. And now the Uber's going to be coming from the right hand side of the offensive team. Oh, Permzilla's going to be going down. I'm not sure what happened. They all just kind of stood around. Drossa's going to be taking down my Carnifex as well. That Uber's popped stupidly early.
Yeah, this is
I'm disappointed.
It's a bad Uber. They're not going to get much with this. Linus there getting shut down. Marty on roof. The Stuck is in trouble. He's going to die. Cadus is going to die with him as well. And yep, this will leave Jake at a good 50-60% Uber advantage. It was actually very, very well played by Carnifex. He got some pretty decent snipes down long. He took down Drozo, and that sort of forced the sucker to pop early. Really, what they should have done is they should have just carried on spamming the sniper and backed out, because they started the push with 2 people down and an early Uber.
Yeah, it was just a bit sloppy. They were really hesitant on trying to get onto it. Now the suckers are going to be switching back to the Crits Krieg. I don't know how it can be beneficial for pushing onto last, but I like to be surprised. So he's going to be bombing in onto the sucker though. Not going to be able to grab the pick, and so he's going to be juggling around in the air. And now there's going to be pressure coming onto the point. Permzilla, or Zebasai is going to be taking down Spirit. I thought Permzilla would get that kill. And now they're just going to be pressuring around the corner. Jacob has that 100% Uber, and that Uber is popped. Re-pushing back onto the point. Linus Craig is just cleaning up the Sentry, the Dispenser, and the Teleport right there. And there's only 4 players left alive for Splendid right now. Surely they're going to have to get out of this. Jacob, he gets the kill onto Oodles. Jacob is actually getting caught out. The quick fix is popped. He runs straight into a heavy, and that's going to be the B point pretty much captured for SNSD. 1 minute 45 left on the clock.
Yeah, that's a quick fix there. I feel that they should have pressured SNSD. SNSD sort of walked in for free, and they had the Uber, but they chose to wait until the Sentry went down to push it. They gave them a lot of space basically, and it was kind of bad. But anyway, it looks like the sucker will be at about 70% Uber advantage right now, and this point is going to get capped off quite fast. 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. Although they do have a heavy standing outside number 1. You can see Swede is there, ready to jump on the medic as well.
Yeah, definitely. And the quick face is going to be coming out from the left-hand side. Jacob is taken out really early in that exchange, so really nice work from Cadus right there. Carnifex is just trying to find some sort of damage that he can deal, but there's nothing coming out of that. The medic and the soldier are going to be on top. Zebasai is going to be taking down Lali. There's under a minute left on the clock. It's just Ison and Carnifex left. Just Ison left, and he's going to have to rush for the point, but he's not going to be able to make it in time.
Oh man, it looked so promising for Splendid. I was getting very excited and hyped up for a 3rd round. But that is GG, and that is a full 6 points to SNSD. Well, I'm not going to call it their names they keep changing to. I'm just gonna call them SNST. And yeah, that was kind of one-sided.
Yeah, I'm kind of let down, but it was decent. I enjoyed it, I guess. Good things happened.
Right. Who was man of the match for you? Because I feel it's time to wrap it up.
Dross, I guess. Dross or Cadus, maybe. I don't know.
I think I'm going to give it to Cadus because there was a point when it was in last round basically when it was Splendid's turn to set the time and they sort of pushed in without the Uber and Cadus went all the way round and he took down the medic and he gave us like a Uber advantage and it was like quite well played by him. So I'm going to give it to Cadus. Also for the drop. That was pretty darn good as well.
Yeah, I'll just go with that. Why not?
Do you have any words or final shout-outs? I mean final words or shout-outs.
Shout out to Steven for being Steven, I guess.
Fair enough.
That's about that. Thanks for watching Blackout Gaming. I'll give you all a high five at LAN.
Yep, you've been watching Blackout TV cover this ETF2L Season 6 Premier Division Week 4 game between Jamais and Splendid-Gaming. I've been your caster Sunny Star Mia alongside Haydn and with John on stream. VODs of this cast will be available on Twitch and YouTube, and you should follow us on Twitter. Blackout TV, that is. Good luck to both teams, and thank you to you viewers for tuning in.